Sri Lanka is one of the world's centers of plant and animal diversity. Almost 1,000 species of plants and several times as many animals in our forests are found nowhere else on Earth. The Central Highlands is an area which contributes to this immense biological diversity. This narrow horseshoe-shaped expanse of forest stretches from Adams Peak across Pidrutalagala eastwards to the Knuckles Hills. So unique is the biodiversity of this montane region that 2 years ago UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site. This forest extends almost from sea level to include the island's loftiest peaks. Although it is not as famous as Singharaja, the Central Highlands are much more popular among Sri Lankans for 2 reasons. The first is that almost 1 million pilgrims of all faiths ascend Adams Peak each year to offer obeisance, and about 1/4 as many make their way to Horton Plains. This makes it one of Sri Lanka's most visited national parks. More than 2,000 meters above sea level, the cool, damp air of this grassland plateau is interspersed with tropical montane cloud forest, its magnificent trees festooned with dense growth of moss, ferns, fungi and lichens. The plains also offer some of the most compelling scenery in Sri Lanka with their sweeping views on all sides. This is a landscape that has not changed substantially for thousands of years, and it reminds us of how the Sri Lankan highlands must have looked before they were deforested for cultivating crops such as tea. Most visitors hope to catch a glimpse of the spectacular view from World's End, the 700-meter-high cliff at the southeastern edge of the plains, which is often shrouded in mist. Others trek to Baker's Falls, named after the famous 19th century explorer Sir Samuel Baker, who hunted there. Others visit the plains to watch birds. It is one of the few places where one can see the rare endemic Sri Lanka whistling thrush. Also common on the plains are the endemic hill white-eye and yellow-eared bulbul. The recent history of the plains commenced with their discovery by Europeans in 1834, following which they were named for the then governor, Sir Robert Wilmot Horton, who incidentally was also the founder of Royal College, Colombo. It was not long before scientists too began exploring the region more systematically. The Horton Plains are a unique wilderness where the clouds meet the ground to provide a perpetually damp atmosphere for trees and grasses. Also conspicuous on the plains are the bright crimson blossoms of the rhododendron, noted also by Ibn Battuta on his ascent of Adams Peak 650 years ago. Among these are a mixed profusion of climbing bamboos and some of the island's rarest and most beautiful orchids. But it is not just the large and colorful plants that make Horton Plains so fascinating to botanists. Many species are so small that one needs a magnifying glass to properly view them, such as some lichens and carnivorous plants which feed on insects. It's not just flora which abound. the plains have a diversity of rare and endangered fauna and other species. Minute freshwater shrimp, crabs, snails, and small mammals. Others, such as the endemic mice and shrew, are so rare that few people have seen them. These include the endemic pygmy shrew, which, at just 2 grams, is one of the world's smallest mammals. Also from these parts is one of the world's rarest primates, the beautiful Highland loris, which was rediscovered recently after almost 80 years. 2 other primates too can be seen here, the Highland macaque and the bear monkey, whose whooping calls echo across the plains each morning. Sambar deer such as these are the largest and most numerous of the mammals that inhabit the plains. Because they graze on the grasslands, mainly at night, they are most easily seen from the roads and footpaths during early morning or late afternoon. They are also the main prey of the leopards that inhabit the plains. The Horton Plains offers some of Sri Lanka's most magnificent scenery. These include the island's 2nd and 3rd highest peaks, Totupolakanda and Kirigalpotta, both of which lie within the national park and can be accessed on foot. For the less adventurous, a stroll along the headwaters of the Belluloya can be an exhilarating experience. For all its riches, the Horton Plains are an ecosystem in trouble. Foreign plants brought into the country have spread into the plains, damaging this unique and fragile ecosystem. Occasional fires too have resulted in severe and long-lasting damage that will take decades or centuries to repair. Perhaps worst of all, during the past 4 decades, scientists have noticed that thousands of trees are dying for no apparent reason. The park serves as a good example to remind us of how fragile our environment is and how much remains to be done to secure its future. As Sri Lanka's most visited national park, the Horton Plains is both unique and special. We need to do all we can to conserve its riches for future generations.